the scroll trap. Why can't we look away? We've all been there. It's late at night and you tell yourself you'll just check one more post, one more story, one more tweet. But before you know it, hours have passed and you're still glued to your screen, stuck in the endless scroll. It's a phenomenon that has become all too familiar in our digital age. The infinite scroll feature on social media platforms is designed to keep us engaged, making it hard to stop. Scrolling through feeds, even though we have things to do, people to see, and life to be lived, we find ourselves ignoring our responsibilities, our work, and even our loved ones, all for the sake of staying connected online. Why is it so hard to put the phone down? The frustration is real. We know we should stop, but something keeps pulling us back. It's almost as if the phone has a magnetic pull that we can't resist. What is it about social media that keeps us glued to our screens? The constant notifications, the likes, the comments, they all give us a sense of validation and belonging. It's a cycle that's hard to break. The answer lies in the clever combination of psychology and technology. Social media platforms are designed to be addictive. They use algorithms that learn our preferences and show us content that keeps us engaged. Social media isn't just a tool for connection, it's a carefully crafted system designed to keep us hooked. The more time we spend on these platforms, the more data they collect, and the better they become at keeping us engaged. It's a cycle that's hard to break, but understanding the mechanisms behind it is the first step. By being aware of how these platforms work, we can start to take control of our screen time and focus on the real world around us. Dopamine hits and endless feeds, the science of addiction. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and reward. This fundamental aspect of human nature has been crucial for our survival, driving us to seek out food, social connections, and other activities that promote well-being. However, in the modern world, this same wiring can lead us down a path of addiction, especially with the advent of digital technology. Social media taps into this primal urge by triggering the release of dopamine, a feel-good chemical. When we receive notifications, likes, or comments, our brain interprets these as rewards, similar to how it would react to food or social interactions. This creates a cycle of anticipation and gratification that can be hard to break. Every like, comment, and notification sends a surge of dopamine to our brains, creating a pleasurable sensation that keeps us coming back for more. This constant feedback loop can make it difficult to put our phones down, as we are always on the lookout for the next hit of dopamine. The more we engage, the more we crave, leading to a cycle of dependency. Think of it like a digital slot machine. Just as gamblers are enticed by the possibility of hitting the jackpot, social media users are drawn in by the potential for viral posts and a flood of likes. This unpredictability keeps us hooked, as we never know when the next big reward will come. You never know when you'll hit the jackpot of a viral post or a flood of likes, so you keep pulling the lever or refreshing your feed in anticipation of that next dopamine hit. This constant state of anticipation can lead to increased screen time and a decreased ability to focus on other tasks. Over time, this can have significant impacts on our mental health and well-being, as we become more reliant on digital interactions for our sense of reward and satisfaction. The consequences of this addiction are far-reaching. Increased screen time can lead to sleep disturbances, anxiety, and even depression. The constant need for validation through likes and comments can erode our self-esteem and make us more susceptible to negative emotions. It's important to recognize these patterns and take steps to mitigate their effects. To combat this, we can set boundaries for our social media use, such as designated phone-free times or engaging in activities that don't involve screens. By finding balance and prioritizing real-world interactions, we can reduce our dependency on digital rewards and improve our overall well-being. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and journaling, can also help us become more aware of our habits and make conscious choices about how we spend our time. By understanding the science of addiction, we can take proactive steps to create healthier relationships with technology and reclaim control over our lives. Like a slot machine in your pocket. The design is no accident. Social media platforms are meticulously engineered to exploit our brain's weaknesses. The endless scroll, the push notifications, the carefully curated algorithms, it's all designed to keep you engaged for as long as possible. These platforms are designed to be addictive, maximizing the amount of time and attention we spend on them. The more we scroll, the more data they collect, the more targeted ads we see, and the more money they make. FOMO and filters, the mental toll of the social media circus. The curated perfection of social media takes a toll on our mental health. Every day we are bombarded with images and posts that showcase the best moments of other people's lives. These carefully selected snapshots create an illusion of a perfect life that is often far from reality. We compare our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reels, leading to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and low self-esteem. It's easy to forget that what we see online is just a fraction of someone's life, often edited and filtered to present the best possible image. The fear of missing out, FOMO, keeps us glued to our screens, terrified of missing the latest trend or social gathering. This constant need to stay updated can lead to a never-ending cycle of checking and rechecking our devices, further increasing our stress levels. And the constant barrage of filtered photos and edited lives distorts our perception of reality, making us feel like we're not good enough, thin enough, or successful enough. This can lead to a negative self-image and even depression as we strive to meet unrealistic standards set by social media influencers and celebrities. It's important to remember that social media is just a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or bad. Taking breaks from social media, setting boundaries, and focusing on real-life connections can help mitigate its negative effects. Engaging in activities that bring joy and fulfillment, spending time with loved ones, and practicing self-care can help improve our mental well-being. By being mindful of our social media usage and prioritizing our mental health, we can navigate the social media circus without letting it take a toll on our lives. Remember, it's okay to step away from the screen and live in the moment. Your mental health is worth more than the fleeting satisfaction of a like or a comment. Take control of your social media experience and don't let it control you. The numbers don't lie. The average person spends a staggering 145 minutes per day on social media. That's nearly 2.5 hours of our lives scrolling, liking, and commenting. Imagine what you could accomplish if you reclaimed even a fraction of that time. Social media addiction is a real and growing problem, and it's impacting our mental health, our relationships, and our productivity. Sleepless nights and lonely hearts, the real-life cost of virtual connection. The irony is that social media, designed to connect us, can often leave us feeling more isolated and alone. We sacrifice face-to-face interactions for superficial online connections, trading genuine intimacy for fleeting digital validation. We stay up late scrolling, sacrificing sleep and impacting our physical and mental well-being. Social media addiction can damage our relationships, disrupt our sleep, and fuel feelings of loneliness and isolation. Break the cycle tips for healthier social media habits. The first step is admitting you have a problem. If you find yourself constantly reaching for your phone, mindlessly scrolling for hours, or feeling anxious when you're disconnected, it might be time to reevaluate your relationship with social media. Remember, you are in control. You don't have to be a slave to the algorithm. Reclaiming your time and your mind. The power of digital detox. Try implementing some digital boundaries. Set aside specific times for social media use and stick to them. Turn off notifications to reduce the temptation to check your phone constantly. Use app timers to limit your daily usage. Remember that social media should enhance your life, not consume it. Finding balance in a hyper-connected world, it's not all or nothing. Social media can be a powerful tool for connection, information, and entertainment. But like anything else, moderation is key. Be mindful of your usage, set healthy boundaries, and prioritize real-life connections over virtual ones. Remember, your worth is not measured in likes or followers.